Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin Chindelka and I'm a life coach who helps people recover from anxiety, TPDR, depression, and many other things. As you can see, I'm in my car right now because I just went to the gym and I want to go to a coffee shop to just work a little bit before I have sessions this afternoon. And I wanted to do it outside, just to film outside, but it's very much raining. So yeah, I'm one of those people filming in their car. Today I have a really requested video for you guys. This is something that, I've seen a lot with clients in general. People that struggle with anxiety in general often struggle with this topic, but I've also had a lot of requests from people in comments or in messages asking me to do a video on health anxiety. So I have experience with struggling with health anxiety myself. Sometimes I still do, but I feel like I really have been able to manage it. I think a lot of health anxiety has to do with similar topics as with regular anxiety, like fear of lack of control, not feeling safe, not trusting. So in this video, I'm going to discuss to you 6 tips or kind of steps in how to heal from health anxiety and how to manage it. So first of all, health anxiety is obviously the fear of getting sick, I think it comes from an underlying fear of death. When we fear getting sick, it's often because we fear dying. It can also be being afraid of being in pain. But at the end of the day, I think most of the time it has to do with the fear of death itself that's underneath that. So I will also get back to that. And so the first thing that I think is important to understand if you're trying to recover from health anxiety or trying to deal with it is to understand that health anxiety is a internal resistance towards the lack of control that we have over the body, and this awareness of I can't control what my body does, and I can't control what happens to my body. And that's scary because when we're in a state of fear, we want control. And so anything we don't have control over, we see as danger, or we see as unsafe, or we see as a threat. But I think the first thing to understand is to accept that we don't have control over the body. And I talk a lot about acceptance on this channel. But first step I would say is to learn to just say, okay, you know what? I do not have control over my body. That brings me to the second tip, which I think is the most important one. Second tip is to learn to focus on the trust you actually can have in your body. Because believe it or not, or focus on it or not, your body's taking care of you every second of the day. You don't have to control your breath. You don't have to control your digestion. You don't have to control, how your organs work. It all happens for you. And trust, believe it or not, your body wants to stay alive. Your body has one job, and that is to keep you alive. And I think way too often we think that our body is working against us and that our body doesn't know what's best for us, but our body really does. So something you can do is, whenever you struggle with a little ache that makes you feel anxious, is to recall all the times in your life where you've been sick, all the times in your life where you felt unwell, and how your body has just recovered for you. Anytime you had a cold or anytime you felt unwell, to focus on my body healed itself for me. And even though we might grab to medication or grab to go see a doctor to help us, at the core of the truth, our body knows how to take care of us. Another thing to do is to focus on all the things you don't have control over in the body that are working for you. So your breath, your digestion, how your muscles work, the fact that you can move. Part of anxiety is you lack every kind of resistance or any kind of control you don't have, but you don't need to have control because there's something and there's something else taking care of you. Your body is taking care of you. So trust that your body wants to stay alive, and trust that your body knows how to heal its own. Your body has more wisdom on your health than you rationally in your mind do. Otherwise, we wouldn't have stayed alive for generation after generation. So that's first, the second thing I would say about that. Third tip is no, kind of already explained that. My third tip was let your body, just give the control over to your body when you're struggling with health anxiety. So just tell the body, okay, I surrender my control to you. I take care. I trust my body to take care of me. And then whenever you do have something going on, like say you actually are really sick and you feel like there's something wrong, your gut will also tell you to maybe go to a doctor. If you're suffering from 40 degrees fever and you can't breathe anymore, obviously, then it's okay to take charge and say, let me go to the doctor and see how I can help my body extra. But I think any action that you take should come from, I want to support my body in doing the healing it already knows how to do, instead of saying, my body doesn't know how to do its job, I have to completely take over. So surrender your control to the body itself. And whenever you need to, just assist the body. It's kind of like when there's something wrong in your house and you have to call a plumber. You surrender your control over to the plumber. You say, plumber, do your job. I have no idea what to do. You want your house to be fixed. You want your sewage to be fixed. You want to have a smooth running toilet. But, it's without your control because you don't have the knowledge. So you have to let the plumber do its job. You kind of have to look at your body the same way. You have to let your body do the work for you sometimes. And then that brings me to my fourth tip, which is assist the body wherever you can. So if, say that your plumber's in your house and he's like, I'm really thirsty, or it's really hot in here, you're going to bring him a glass of water and you're going to say, do your job, but let me assist you wherever you can. So try to look at your health journey as something you are doing in support of your body instead of taking over control of your body. So feed yourself well, eat healthy. When you're sick, rest a lot. If you're having a sore throat, or drink a cup of tea, assist your body where you can, rather than just saying, my body's not doing its job, I have to take over, because that's a completely different attitude. And your body feels your energy. Trust me, 90% of illness comes from stress. So you working on health anxiety itself and letting go of that control is actually doing your body a favor. That brings me to the fifth tip for you, which is to take charge too. If you feel health anxiety, but you are not eating well, you're not exercising, you're not drinking clean water, you're not eating clean foods, you're drinking constantly, then, maybe you should take the health anxiety seriously and say, what, let me control what I can control. And again, do that in support of my body and trying to create a good relationship with my body and support my beautiful, wise, intelligent body that already knows what I have to, what's best for me. Maybe see a health professional that's holistic and giving you an exercise plan, or listen to a podcast that helps you to understand how the body works and what's good for you, Again, don't overreact. Don't do it in a way of taking control over your body. Let your body do its job and also feel what's good for you. If you eat something and it makes you feel good, then continue to eat that, because you have more control over your health than you do think. The last especially important tip, as I talked about stress, is one of the best things you can do for your physical health and for dealing with health anxiety is to learn to be at peace and to learn to manage stress. So creating a meditation practice, for example, is not only going to help you with your health anxiety, it's also going to help you with your health. Meditation is so good for your health. Ice showers, so good for your health, and also good for your stress level. So if you meditate on letting go of your anxiety, if you meditate on surrendering to this lack of control, which is going to bring you to peace, it's not only going to bring you to peace and overcome your health anxiety, it's also going to be good for your health. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is the concept of death itself, because I think at the end of the line, this fear of getting sick comes from a fear of death, comes from us really not wanting to die and wanting to have whatever control we have over it. And I know this is maybe not what everyone wants to hear, but it's the truth. Death is reality. We will all die, and I know that feels very scary, and that's okay too. It's okay for death to feel scary sometimes. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have to accept it. And I think something that's helped a lot for me is to see this fear of death and to see this fear of getting sick as a way to really live my life the right way, to serve other people, to be as present as I can with others, to just live in the moment, to take care of myself, to be happy, like to understand that life is short and that is also what makes it beautiful. And yeah, accepting death as part of life, the same way that we accept sleep as part of life and that we accept darkness as a part of, the day. Death is the same thing. So accepting that we can feel anxious about death is also accepting death. So surrender to the fact that death exists. Take charge as much as you can to support your body, to let your body do its work. And anytime you feel anxious over your health, surrender that control to the body and let your body do its work. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys. My throat is actually a lot better now. I've been kind of struggling with a little flu, but it's almost over, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna edit this video in a little coffee shop with my favorite cappuccino, and then I will post this soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye bye.